It's the first meeting of the month. This is the November 2010 safety briefing. Since we've been doing a lot of camp stuff lately, decided to do a AOPA, Air Safety Foundation safety brief, which is allowed by Civil Air Patrol, on fighting fatigue. I know if you put in a lot of hours doing a lot of things, which a lot of you are still young. Well, all of you are still young. Okay, so you're not going to be as tired as people that have a little age on them, okay, when they do things. But one thing holds true. Every one of us needs to have at least 8 hours of sleep a night, okay? If you're not getting that, you need to make arrangements, try to change your schedule, whatever you can to, or I'll show you some other techniques that you can actually do to help with fatigue factors, okay? The word fatigue is just a catch-all phrase, or a catch-all word. Doesn't necessarily mean sleeping. But, as you progress throughout the day, whatever you're doing takes a toll on your body, whether it's public speaking, whether it's driving a car, going to a meeting, waiting in line. Those things take a toll on your body, okay? And before long, your body will start shutting down. And it depends on what kind of stress you've encountered during the day as to when your body will actually shut down because of that. Has anybody ever dozed off while in an activity, finding it hard to? I know a lot of you are in the classroom. I'm not going to try to put you to sleep tonight. But have you ever been sitting in class and you just can't stay awake? Okay. And you're like, oh my goodness, I wish this person would hurry up. Okay. Well, that may be boredom more than it is fatigue. But if your body slows down enough, and you've had enough fatigue factors during the course of the day, your body will shut down. And that's what we're going to be talking about today, is especially for pilots. It's concentrated toward pilots, but you can use that no matter where you're at, okay, whether you're driving a vehicle, on a ground crew, ground team, what have you, okay. The factors are the same, except for the hypoxia, which, who knows what hypoxia is? Anybody? It's basically the starvation of oxygen from your brain, okay. And this happens, can easily happen at higher altitudes. Okay, it's harder for that to happen when you're down on the ground level, unless you're putting a plastic bag over your head. Okay, so as you can see, that's one of the things that, as far as fatigue factors go, that wouldn't pertain to the ground as much as it would to the air, unless you're mountain climbing. Of course, you're going to be at higher elevations. Okay. Fighting fatigue. I have a quote here for you. It's from Charles Lindbergh. This is 9 hours into his 33-hour transatlantic flight. Okay, and he says, "My mind clicks on and off. I try letting one eyelid close at a time while I prop the other open with my will. But the effort's too much. Sleep is winning. My whole body argues dually that nothing life can attain is quite so desirable as sleep." This is 9 hours into a 33-hour flight, and he's already experiencing tremendous fatigue. Okay, and let's talk about some things that, let's say that you are a pilot, or that you're about to go on a trip. Okay, if you're a pilot, you're going to be planning for the trip. You're going to be filing a flight plan. You'll be making hotel reservations, car rental reservations, because once you land, you're going to have to get to wherever you're going. And then you have a meeting, and then you come home. Sounds easy enough, right? Well, let's switch to the ground real quick. Same deal. You're about to go on a trip. You have to plan the trip. You don't file a flight plan, but you do map it out. You make hotel reservations. Well, you don't need a car reservation because you're driving, unless you're taking public transportation. Okay, and then you go to the meeting, and you come home. Sounds easy enough, right? Well, it can be, but if you think about it, for a pilot, there's a lot of anticipation going into the pre-flight. They're making plans. They're filing the flight plan with the FAA. So it takes a lot of toll on them before they actually go on the flight. Okay, and it can cause sleepless nights. Not good before you actually execute the plan. Okay, so there's some pre-flight countermeasures that you can deploy in order to keep yourself from getting fatigued during the actual mission stage of it. There's a lot of anticipation going in before you actually start executing whatever the plan is. Okay, and it can cause sleeplessness, but there are ways to avoid that. Now, that is just one part of it. Okay, the next day, the pilot's in the air. They get to where they're going. All of a sudden, the rental car reservation is not ready. They don't have a car for you. That takes time. You're frustrated. All those kind of things are, everyday life will take stress, cause stress to your body. Those things, again, will weigh down your body after a long period of time. And after 12 hours, your body is pretty much saying, hey, it's time to shut down for the day, regardless of whether you want it to or not. Okay. I stand a lot of guard duty, and I can tell you that at night, it's very detrimental for a guard or a police officer or any type of law enforcement officer to be sleeping at night. But it's the natural tendency for your body to go to sleep. Okay. Now, does everybody know that I work for M&T Bank Stadium? Okay. Yeah, I know you do. So, 500 level. That's the upper deck of the stadium. Well, you say, well, why would it matter if a security personnel doesn't have sleep? Well, if you're on 500 level, your body starts shutting down whether you want it to or not. Even though you're trying to keep yourself awake, you can walk off the top. You can walk off the top of the 500 level. Okay, that's not good. So you want to make sure that you're getting adequate sleep no matter what you're doing, even if it's out on a mission. Because let's say you are in the military. Ground team members, you are out on a mission. You failed to prepare adequately and get the rest needed to carry out the mission successfully. Are you putting your other people at risk from a safety standpoint? Okay. Because one, you're going to be slower to react to things that you see because your body's fatigued. Okay, which is the point they make here. A study published in Nature magazine showed that people who stay awake for 17 hours straight function at a similar level to those with a blood alcohol content of 0.05%, which is beyond the legal limit for flying. Okay, so you don't have to actually have alcohol in you to be intoxicated. Well, you do to be intoxicated, but to affect the mission, you do need to make sure that you're able to function at the highest level possible. Okay. Sleeping smart. Avoid exercise 2 to 3 hours of bedtime. I don't think we have to worry about that with any of you, do we? I just can't see this group doing exercises before bed. You do? All right. Avoid caffeine and alcohol 4 to 5 hours of bedtime. Okay. Eat a light snack before you turn in. Okay. It says a light snack. Okay. You don't want to overeat and then gain a lot of weight, and you don't want to starve yourself either. Okay. You don't want to go to bed hungry, and you don't want to go too full. Yes, sir. Right. So within 2 to 3 hours for the first one, and within 4 to 5 hours before bedtime for the second one. Okay. Yes, sir.
I can't remember what it was. Actually, it wasn't his brother, a younger brother.
Mm-hmm.
He was in the FPL, and he was a really young kid, 9 years old, I think. He was sleeping on the deck. I was so tired that you were all stuff like that. So the time went to 12 o'clock. He was 9 years old. He said, "What?" And I guessed, I said, "You didn't have coffee." He said, "Yeah." And I said, "What time did you drink the coffee?" He said, 7:30. I said, "Well, there's your answer. No wonder you're up at 12 o'clock."
Right.
Caffeine, coffee at 7:30 at night. Expect to get to sleep on time.
Right. Absolutely. Yep. Yes, sir.
What if you have fatigue problems? This happened to me where you aren't sleeping like way too little, but you're sleeping somewhat little, like not like where you should be sleeping 8 hours. I used to sleep like 6.5 hours, and I did feel any fatigue, but one day just came crashing down. And what if that happened? Just came to me, like literally like 30 minutes.
I'm not a physician, so if you're just crashing like that, there may be some other issues. You may want to go see a physician to take your blood pressure, that kind of thing. Okay. Yeah, and I'm just answering, sir. I'm not a physician, so you would have to talk to them about that. Good enough? Okay. Daytime sleep. Anybody that works at night needs to sleep in the daytime. Just use your brain on that one. You might want to buy a noise machine, to help you sleep. Turn down the temperature in the room. It's easier to sleep when it's cooler than it is when it's real hot. And you might want to invest in some blinds for your eyes, or black out the windows, that kind of thing. Okay. Power naps. If you are feeling really, really fatigued and you're trying to make it through the day, it's perfectly acceptable to take a power nap, 15 to 20 minutes. I don't know why it's called a power nap, other than unless they're trying to say that it's recharging your battery. But just take a nap for 15 to 20 minutes, and that should recharge you. I think Ronald Reagan was one of the presidents that at 2 o'clock every day he had to have a nap, and then he continued throughout the day. Any questions about that?